rook takes g3, e3. So you're faced now with e2 and rook f1 and e1 queening. Would you say that this position is completely lost for white? If I give you 20 seconds, check it out, or stop the video. Okay, well, Rybka, of course, finds check, check, and you might wonder, what's the point of all these checks? Okay, the point is left the king on d7. Now rook. this is just amazing stuff, actually. I do think, because okay, now rook g5. So I've simplified the position further for you to check this out. This is the critical position. Do you think white is losing this position now? So if I give you 20 seconds here to have a look at this. Okay, sorry, it's black's move to make things worse, by the way. Okay, well, black's move plays e2. How do you salvage this position? Well, funny enough, not rook e5. Okay, so this is definitely what I consider, in inverted commas, tricky, because rook e5 would fail, wouldn't it? Yeah, check, and then just queen. Fell. But rook takes d5 check. And okay, so here you would see that if king e6, then there's rook e5 check, picking up the pawn with check. So king c6. And in this position, can you see white's saving idea? If I give you 10 seconds here. It's ridiculous. It's comedic. I mean, not rook e5, but now check with tempo, and then coming down to c1. So it stops all this rook f1 business. It stops the pawn. So that saves white. It's actually kind of miraculous. I wouldn't have thought. I was really convinced I couldn't take on h4. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of instructive in its own right. So I played bishop e2, so I was ending up losing d4 as well, to be faced with two connected pass pawns in the centre. Okay, not the sort of thing you want against someone more than 30 ECF points lower than you. Okay, check. Now I play bishop g4. He takes, so two centre pawns coming up. And again, I don't take on h4 here, because I believed, and I hope Rybka doesn't tell me I'm wrong again, that e3 is actually winning. Please tell me that black is actually winning this, because e3 looks like a monster threat. Black's winning this, yes. Okay. So I was wise to try and stay on the board, not again to take on e7. Okay, on h4. The first time I could have taken on h4. So rook e7. And now I start grovelling with this move g3, okay, to try and generate this passed pawn. So knight f5, I play rook e6 to also stop king d6. Now the game score might not be totally accurate here, by the way. It was a reconstruction effort. Check, and now takes on g4. Now king d4, so he's starting to herd his passed pawns in. So I start moving my g pawn up, and I remember the video lesson Dr. Optimum, you know, how can I optimize my pawn? I thought, well, I better not waste time moving this for the moment. Just get the pawn to g7 to tie the rook. Okay. And now I think I offered a draw here after a4. It was rejected, I think, with a rook sack. So he played rook takes g7. And unfortunately, this isn't quite enough. After e2, Although I'm threatened with these two connected passed pawns, actually, if we rewind, he'd missed a major opportunity. Sorry, if we just rewind there for what happened here, there was an idea actually that he can just play, I think, e2, and if king f2, well, it was actually winning for him here. There was a line we were looking at. I think it was actually winning. But anyway, okay, let's get back to this position. So I play rook g1, and now the point is here that if e1, then I just take and king e4, and I'm winning, because I'm winning this pawn and this a pawn's ready to run. So I play rook g1, he plays d3, and okay, I'm okay here. I'm okay now. Because can you spot, if I give you 10 seconds here, what does white play here to win? Okay, I just play king e4, and this is bad stuff now, because okay, so again, if e1, then take, and I rob that d3 pawn, so I get a winning past a pawn, and king c2. I just now play. I hope you can see this. If I give you 5 seconds here, what does white play here? Okay, I just play king e3, so allow the seemingly menacing prospect of two connected passed pawns, about to queen. The thing is, he resigned here, because at d2, I wonder if you can spot this next move. 5 seconds. Okay, I'll just play king takes e2. Nasty, because actually I'm stopping with my rook and king now, d1. So it was a terribly dramatic game. And from the opening, there were far too many pawn moves coming out of this Levitsky system. So this is not how to play the Levitsky. I wouldn't recommend this reverse stonewall idea in a hurry, because the bishop actually outside the pawn chain is a liability, because it's not protecting b2. So if you have to play further weakening moves on the queen side, and then slip in yet another move over here to stop knight g4s, this isn't a pretty sight. Okay, far too many weaknesses. They weren't pounced on, so I had a bit of a bind, and I turned my queenside pawn movements into a more natural looking space gaining strategy on the queen side. And then after winning the light square bishop, I just sliced open the light squares, proceeded to win a pawn, but then underestimated totally the counterplay generation that h4 offered. So h4 again turned the tables on me, especially the way I played it, in a kind of reckless manner, to allow this whole idea of knight g3. So not with the idea of weaving the net, but in fact a better idea, just to get two passed pawns in the centre. And again I play inaccurately, rook h4, which would need some serious visualization skills. I mean, it looks like a miracle actually how that's actually defended here. In fact, let's just look at this again. It just looks too miraculous that this position is actually salvageable. I mean, would you intuitively think this, that you can stop e2 and rook f1 and e1 queening with this move check? So check, and you see, so a king move, check. That's just amazing, that this idea of getting the two checks in to get the rook to c1 is for me kind of amazing. And I'm also wondering, is king d8 the same story? Is this really happening, that white's able to stop the c pawn? See, this is another example, like yesterday's video, that engines, when faced with passed pawns, are able to find only moves to stop them. So rook g5 here, not with the idea of rook e5, but with the idea of using 2 checks. It's pretty incredible stuff. That 2 checks here, a check here, and then if king e7 there's rook e5, and a check here salvages the position. I just find that remarkable. It's just to do with the exact configuration of the black king here. Incredible. But anyway, let's move on. So again, in this overview and summary of this game, so again, I think g3 was the only move to sort of give me any chances to salvage the position. Moving the g pawn, again, only chance to salvage the position. And thankfully, he was getting very short of time, by the way. I should really mention that. Only like minutes left. So this rook sack, although it looked tempting, unfortunately it didn't quite work out. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube? I hope you found bits of that instructive. Thanks very much.